This is how to do a medication refill through a telephone encounter. Go ahead and search your patient. And we'll open up the patient hub. And we'll click on New Telephone Encounter. We'll go ahead and click OK. This is just giving us our global alerts. Okay. All right, here's our telephone encounter screen. You can see that it auto-generated our patient's name and who created the telephone encounter, as well as the date and the time. It assigned it to myself. I can change that if need be. And the patient's normal provider when they are seen at the practice. One of the main concerns here is you want to go ahead and put in a reason. So we're going to go ahead and just type right in medication refill request. This is very important to do, so when you're referencing the telephone encounters later on, you can tell which encounter is which. In the messages, I'm going to go ahead and type they're requesting a refill on ibuprofen. I'm going to go ahead and send that to the doctor. Which is and hit OK. Now I'm going to go ahead and pretend to be the doctor, and I'm going to go ahead and check that refill. So I'm going to go into telephone encounters by clicking on the jelly bean. I'm going to see here that there's a medication refill request. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And I'm going to see here that my assistant told me this patient wants a refill request on ibuprofen 800. I will then go into the prescription tab here. And I can either quick search or go into current RX. If they're on any medications, I can see here what they were on before. And I can add new RX. I don't see ibuprofen on their list, so I'm going to add a new one. I'll just type in ibuprofen. And I'm going to choose which one I want. And I'm going to click on the little pencil next to it. I see here there's defaulted options to take 1 tablet orally 3 times a day for 30 days. But maybe I only want to dispense for 10 days. It'll automatically generate how many tablets I need. And I want no refills. I'll hit OK. And that prescription will drop down to the bottom here under selected medications. Hit OK. You'll see it here as well. And this means it's ready to be sent. From here, I can just click on Send RX. And because I am not set up with e-prescribing, my only option is to print. If I wanted to change it to fax or e-prescribe, I could do that as well. Once I change the mode, I can go ahead and hit send. This will allow me to print, and I can print that. If I e-prescribe, I will have a little pop-up that says transmitted successfully. I can then exit out of all of this. I will go back to the messages. I'm going to go timestamp and type RX printed, waiting for a patient to pick up at front desk. Then I can hit addressed and OK. Or if I wanted my front desk receptionist to see this, so when the patient comes in and picks up the printed script, I could go ahead and assign it back to them if I'd like. For example purposes, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now if you see, that is cleared off my list because it's addressed and it's closed. If I wanted to reference that telephone encounter for any purpose later on, I can go back to that patient and look up their encounters. And I can see here the telephone encounter for a medication refill. I can view it and see the doctor has already printed the script and they are waiting for the patient to pick it up. And that is it.